Control. Who control? Abhar. Hey everyone, new name here, playing my favorite game, Watch Your Realms. Just greeting any of the Gujarati speaking people, or Bolo Gujaratama Samjahe. So all I'm saying today is we're going to do the Elite Void Rift, and I'm going to do it with you. I pushed a little on the day 41 today, and I got to the last stage of hard. There's not a chance I could complete the hard Void Rift, and I thought it'd be better on a free-to-play series that's designed to show players how to progress, to show players how I progress through Elite Void Rift. And I'm going to try to use as free to play as a lineup as possible to show you this, okay? Now everybody's going to get, a legendary here or there. I'm on day 41, okay? Ictalis. So without further blather and prattle, let's go. I picked up, whatever items are on the ground. And in case you don't know, you can traverse around the map using your scroll wheel with your mouse, okay? I play on a keyboard. I don't know how people play on a phone succeed. It's a really small screen and difficult. So, what's important to know about this first stage is that you have to have at least one defender on the map, or the rocks, the boulders that fall from the ceiling. They're going to hit everybody. If you have one defender, then it's only going to target that one defender. Okay. So you'll see in the lineup here, like I've got Comet. You don't need Comet. Okay. But I'm going to put him in there just so that it speeds the process up a little bit. But I'm sure you'll figure out if you don't have a Comet what you can do for yourself. What's a big thing in here is to bring Idril because of her ability. She's going to nuke the boss. And if you don't know this strategy, you can call it cheese if you want or whatever. But I mean, there's an enemy right there who's hitting me. And if I have a hero that can hit her back, I say, why not? So remember, this is elite difficulty, Void Rift. I'm not going to use my Idril ultimate until this first wave is gone. Okay, I don't want to waste any of her ultimate on these shielded mobs. Okay, I want as much as I can on the boss so that it's like two attacks of ultimate only on the boss. So I'll wait till Comet takes care of these guys for us. And you can use any magic dealer, damage dealer over there to accomplish that. So watch what Idril can do now. And she's just going to annihilate this boss. So I can put Valkyria down, or Lunera, like, or what's her name here? Volka. Any of these heroes, okay? So let's see. We'll put Volka down so that Wrath heals himself just a little bit better, okay? And you'll notice, like, Wrath is able to sustain. Oleg is just a set and forget on Elite. At 6-star, these are all 6-star heroes. Everyone in here has max skills except for Volka. And you can see, like, I can put down another 2 heroes if I want. But I'm trying to make it like, I have a Piercer Lord bonus, but it's not necessary. So the next Idril ultimate that's up, I'm going to use it to get rid of the boss after these 2 big guys come. Okay? And you can do it even sooner. You can time it in other ways as well. And that boss is dead, like immediately. So when there's no boss, none of those rocks fall either. Okay, see how she ran away? So you can kill her before she runs away if you really want to. The stage is that simple. Space your heroes out so that no one's near your one defender. And then use A5 Wrath. Or you can use Volka to do what Wrath did. Either one of them will be able to accomplish the task that easily. Okay? So I like to collect my loot as I go. I don't want to burn around to have to backtrack. It doesn't, for me, drives me batty. So this is another one of these stages where you can call it, cheesing the boss, cheesing the stage or whatever, okay? So having the Piercer Lord bonus is going to make this possible. It's kind of weird. It doesn't always happen, but the first Sith or Scythe or whatever oh no, that's another stage. I apologize. But down here, again, same thing. You can put your Idril in right away so that when this thing spawns out by Aracha, she can at least be, there's a chance, there's like RNG involved, but she can be targeting that beast as it spawns, okay? So the reason I didn't do it on this side is because I'm going to use my Comet to kill whatever. Okay, Comet's going to take care of everything. I'm not concerned about this Scythe of Doom over here. So you want to have a healer that can get everybody essentially, right? So notice how my Idril, I can't get her healed. It's no big deal. Okay, on this stage, there's no, to my knowledge, if there is poison, I forget if there is or there isn't, but it's not going to hurt. Okay, not like hard. The poison on hard hurts. So you can see that there's a long timer before the Scythe of Doom is going to, do its thing. And you'll notice as well, I haven't used Idril's ultimate yet. I want to get rid of these waves first that are here. And you'll see this is A5 Wrath. I'll show you all the gear after. Okay, this is attainable gear. I don't know if you need to be in gear A3 19 clear, all the 19s clear like I have to do what I'm doing, because I don't have any full premium sets. So it's totally possible with using stage 16, 17, 18 gears. But you'll see here, like Idril's already one more ultimate and this boss is dead. And you don't have to kill the boss. But now this is why you're noticing I've got Idril set down here. Not only is she going to kill this thing before it runs up to us, but she's also establishing more rage because she's landing attacks. Okay. So Vortex here throws his heals down. And again, you see I'm only using 5 heroes. Okay. It's again, you don't have to use Comet. I'm just using him to keep it speedy. Okay. I don't want to make an hour-long video for 4 or 5 stages. But now that that boss is done, there's not going to be any more of her poison cast. Like my Oleg will never die now. I'll actually show you something. I'm going to take my vortex off the map. Okay. Now that that boss is gone. So even though those stones are falling, all right, you might be like, you're crazy, man. This is how strong Oleg is with the North's Will artifact. Okay. First of all, you're noticing like can't even break his shield. And if it does break his shield, he's going to heal for 11% of his HP. All right. So those are the first 2 stages. I believe that's the same ones if you're going into normal for your first time and you don't have Oleg yet. That's the 2 fights you're going to do to get your Oleg. Unless I guess you start Void Rift on a different week than this cycle, okay? So again, as long as you don't hit claim, you're not stuck on the difficulty for that week. Okay, as long as you don't hit claim. The second you hit claim, it's GG. So these diamond heist, whatever you want to call it, they're very simple fights, okay? I think I might be able to clear it. I don't know. I'm not even sure who's geared, who's not, but the ones that matter are here like Comet. And I think Raiden might be naked. So that might hurt a little bit. But as long as I have someone like Valkyra and Wrath and Volka in gear, this is pretty simple stuff for this account, okay? So the reason that you'll see I'm spreading like the hole here so that everybody that comes in there, I put my Valkyria in the wrong spot. I should have swapped her with A-Bomb, but it's going to be okay because the Abomination's going to get 2 ultimates off and then he's going to have a permanent 2-tile reach. So he'll be able to hit. He's already hitting a little if any squeak through, okay? But again, like this is elite. If you followed along with this Free to Play series and you've completed your storyline and you're at like, I'm at tide 126 or something now. So my Volca is she's going to be an A2 tomorrow, hopefully, but she's an A1. So if anyone dies, there's 25% less on their res timers, okay? And I'm fairly certain you don't need instructions on this stage, but I'm showing you in real time without editing how long it actually takes to accomplish, floor by floor. And I'll make sure to put in annotations so that, this fight, that fight, okay? But as long as you're familiar with your gear swap, this isn't a 3-hour process anymore. And after a couple cycles, you become familiar with the stage, right? You're like, okay, it's going to be this fight, it's going to be that fight, you know? So normal fight rift, as long as you have a few 6-stars, like a tank and a healer that are 6-star, you should just run right through it. Especially if you have like A5 Idril, okay? My advice is the first hero that you get to awaken 5, unless you've pulled 6 of them, the first A5 hero is Idril. The second one is your Abomination. So the third one I made, because I had very fortunate and I had so many epic soul stones, I A5'd my Baron just to try to get through hard. And I can't do it anyways. So now I'm a little overpowered for elite. So basically I'm doing what's called farming this Void Rift, Void Elite, until I get enough stronger gear sets or whatever, okay? So you're also going to be able to be on auto battles. After you complete these successfully, the next time that this cycle comes through, that's why I have this auto fight available. I've already beaten Elite, all these stages on Elite, okay? So I forget what map this one is here. We'll find out. There's certain maps that you have to bring ranged and magic damage dealers, like these Calypso stages that are coming up. Ooh, so this is one of them. I don't know. We'll find out. It's only Elite for me now, so I should be okay here. I think so. So the reason that Idril's here facing left is because I want her to get rid of Calypso as soon as possible. And you can actually kill this boss. Like in normal, you can completely kill that boss. It's pretty funny, actually. She's gone forever when you do, right? So Idril's ultimate, for whatever reason, I forgot, it's going to target this mob first. It's no big deal. But, you'd prefer that she was sitting on the boss so she didn't get any of those seal summoning stones. Because those things hurt, man. So I'm going to try to make Wrath tank up here. And then I'm going to put Valkyria behind him. And then hopefully that'll be strong enough. Because this is elite, but my Wrath is max skilled. He's A5. He's in some decent gear. He's got a nice artifact. He's got a Wailing Skull. So essentially my A5 Wrath is overpowered for this. The problem is when I face my Lunaria now to the right, she can't hit what's in front of Wrath. But that's why I have Valkyria backing him up. And obviously, I prefer that my Lunaria is beating on the boss as soon as possible here. I'm just trying to burn her, right? The sooner you can get that shield off of her and burn her down, like, and she squibs away, like, oh, good enough, right? She's a real jerk. She's the queen of the sea monkeys. I don't want any sea monkeys in my life. I used to have them 40 years ago as a kid. You order them from magazines and you grow them in like a little plastic aquarium with a magnifying glass. Anyways, the key to this fight is setting up magic damage dealers with physical damage dealers kind of on each side. So Wrath does both, right? And then Comet does magic damage. Idril does, regular physical damage. Volka does. But my healer, I'm fortunate to have Vortex. So my healer can get everybody. And you don't need to put your Volka in. You don't need to put your Valkyria down either. So you can actually bring a second healer if you want to do this. It's actually the best strategy that I'm aware of is, spreading everybody away from the healer. And then they're just focused on whatever targets that are near the tanks. Okay. If you've never seen this stage before, like the only issue is this boss can one shot whoever you put down. So you'll notice that I put down my tanks after my DPS for the first phase. That way my DPS have established a little bit of a rage meter so they can get to their ultimate slightly quicker. And you always bring Volka if you can. Just because if someone dies or you need to redeploy people, she just reduces the res timer by 25%. And it's a big benefit. And I'm not going to show you the damage that people do in Void Rift. It's not really a fair thing because there's certain heroes that normally would do a lot more because you place them sooner in other content. So if I'm not mistaken, this one's a bit tricky. I think I need to do a gear swap to one more piercer. I think I need to bring someone, let's say, let's bring Allura, I guess. And who are we going to sit out this time? I think I don't know. See, this is a really easy stage on the level that it's at. So I think if I bring her, it should be okay. Let's say, like, look, this is just my healer melee build, okay? Like, no crit rate, no crit rate. How's that? Allura's she's meant to crit. If she doesn't crit, she's not doing, splash damage. So we're going to use Allure with 0 crit. We'll see how this goes, okay? And again, like there's other people that you can bring for this, but the key thing is you'll notice how strong A5 Wrath is. If you have Arrogance or Absan or Zillitu or Aracha, like a hero that's a fighter to cover this bottom tile down here that can hit air, this stage is GG. So there's going to be fish that come out from this, and I can't hit them with the whoever I have in my lineup. Oh, they're not fish. They're I guess what do you call them? Like gargoyles? I don't know. But if you go up to hard, they're fish, and it hurts. Those fish hurt, man. So the key on this stage is knowing that the boss, Calypso, is going to target, and the entire time she's on the map, whoever was deployed last. So that's why you'll see I'm putting no tank in yet. Okay? So the other key is when you put your tank in now, you can't put anyone else that's visible, or Aracha's going to hit them. So that's why I have Allura who's invisible. Okay, it's kind of a cheat, but if you have like a Hatsit or something, it just helps burn the boss here. That's all I'm trying to do is burn the boss. Okay, and you'll notice how when the boss goes through that, it's like a gauntlet of marksmen. I've purposely set it up so that she's always being hit by somebody while she's on the map. On Elite, that's the idea. Burn this bitch as fast as you can, okay? Make her poop in the water and everybody will see it. But as long as you're always hitting her, okay, she's not going to get these soul stone things, or I forget what they're called again. The seal summoning stones? Yeah. The more of those she has, oh boy, she hurts you, right? And if you're having any difficulty on the stage, you notice how I haven't even bothered talking or looking at Wrath here, okay? There's no issue. You just put Wrath at A5, set him down, off he goes. You build him with a little bit of crit, and he's GG all the way. So now you can fun around, really. I can take, what's her name, off the map, Allura again. So this flying thing here, I forget what it's called, but Comet should be able to take care of it here, okay? Comet, and that's it. That's you can put like a Kai behind Vortex facing down if you want as well, because then Kai will target them on either side. And if you're fortunate like I was, and you have a Piercer Lord bonus for extended range, then you're gonna hit things that are here. If you place like Kai or Nyx or Maul, I don't have Maul. I wish I had a Maul. I would show you this with Maul instead of Comet, but I haven't been able to pull a Maul yet. And if you don't know who Maul's that shark-looking dude. He's amazing. I can't believe he's considered an epic. So we're going to the final stage here. And again, this is another one where you can bring your Idril to burn the boss. All right. I'm just going to keep everyone in the same gear that they're in, and we'll see. We'll see if I can get through this. But the key again is you have to have one defender. If you use two, one in each lane, then the boulders are going to fall on both of them. If you use only one defender like I do at the beginning with my Olague, the boulders will only fall on the one defender side. So if you have someone like a Volka or an A5 Wrath who can sustain the left lane, this fight's nothing. Okay. So Idril's going to go down there, and we'll see. Maybe it's one of those fights where she's able to reach this mob. She might not be. Okay. It's a weird RNG. Sometimes they just can't yeah. So normally you can see like its toe is kind of in. Sometimes you can be hitting this mob, so it's already dead. And it wouldn't be casting this Scythe of Doom once you kill that mob. But I prefer that it stays up to show you what I'm doing. But just remember, you can also kill the boss early on this fight as well. So I'm going to use Idril's ultimate. I'm going to put down Wrath. And you'll see on the side that doesn't have a defender, there won't be any rocks. Nothing's going to fall on these people's side, okay? And this is a magic piercer, magic damage piercer in Lunaria. So these guys with the shield, like she's really going to hurt them, and they're not going to like it. As you notice, they're fairly dead quickly. So I'm not going to put in my Valkyria. I could, right? She can go behind Wrath here or whatever and hit beyond him. I'm just going to show you this with 6. So I didn't need to use Vortex's ultimate, but I'm just showing you like things that why you bring Vortex, okay? But this is my A5 Wrath, right? Boom, that guy's done. Get out of here, loser. Scythe of losers, what he was. So I'm just going to help support this and then start hitting Aracha up here. Well, I guess not. She spawned this guy. So it's even better that, while this thing it's like doubling time. While it's idle and you're beating on it, it's even better. Because it's going to come running down like a bat out of hell. And you might not be as experienced, obviously, if you're watching this for help, you're not, or as geared as this account. So for you to understand why I'm doing certain things, I'm very hopeful that it's helpful for you. So once this guy is dead, it's just us and the boss now, Aracha. I'm going to tickle her webs until it just snaps. However, before she even knows what's going on, I'm going to be snapping arrows into her throat with my Idril here, and off she goes. So you could even bring a Dolores and stick Dolores on this tile right here below Vortex on Elite, especially on normal if you have a Dolores or an Autumn or some kind of other boosting hero. If you have a Laurel, so you could put Laurel Cycle in. I haven't used her, but I'd have another ultimate already almost. So the boss would be dead before she even really walked up. But it's that simple. If you understand that you only need one defender on normal and elite on a free to play early level account, such as mine, I can't do hard. I tried, and they're eating my defenders even with a Madan helping to heal. So I'm going to take this, pick this loot up, and this is the first floor complete of Elite Void Rift. So I'm going to claim, and then you'll see. Oh, that's cool. I like these guys. The loot that I have from there. This is crap. It's a flat stat of defense on a legendary ring. If you're completing elite, you will never use this item. Doesn't matter what any of these stats are. If it's a flat stat, you're beyond that now. Don't waste time leveling that up. Okay. But you get some nice juicy rewards. And as far as I know, this experience bonus, you don't have to collect it right away. So I'm going to back out to see if I have the experience bonus on it. Should be put into my storage because I remember them saying that that's no. So it gave the experience bonus there. Well, since it popped up and I didn't expect that, let's take a look at what this Demon Warrior thing is. Oh, I own. So that was the first one of those I've ever gotten. So that's cool. I need 9 more guild coins and I can buy a legendary crystal. So that was the first floor. Again, this was New Name playing my favorite game, Watcher of Realms. Floor 2 coming right after this. Take care, everyone.